What's up and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be building an armor shop. And this is going to be the first shop in the series for our villager trading village, where I'm going to build shops for each villager job. And in the shop there's going to be farms associated with what those villagers buy. Not all farms are going to be able to be built in the villager trading village or in the shops themselves, like an iron farm or like coal from the wither skeleton farm, but I'll link farms that can't be in there. They will be linked in the description of the video so that you can still make them and fully utilize the shop. And that's what we'll be doing today. But before we get to that, please go like and subscribe. It really helps out. Really appreciate it. And with that, we'll get into the video. Alright, this is the outline that we're going to need to build this. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the middle, and then 6 more going this way. So it's 12 on that side. And then this side is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's a 12 by 9. And on the 12 side it splits in the middle. And now for every spot that has black concrete, we're going to build up 6 pale oak logs. It should be looking like this. And now we can connect all these pale oak logs with pale oak logs. And once you have this, we're going to add some tough bricks and some polished tough, and we're going to start building the walls. We're going to mix in this tough and fill in this wall until it's looking something like this. And we're going to do this for all of the spots that have cyan terracotta. Sprinkle in the tough. And you should have it like this. We're not going to do that front cyan section just yet. First, we're going to connect these pale oak logs in the middle wall we're going to connect the pale oak logs with pale oak logs like this. Now we're going to do the front section, which is going to be our way inside and upstairs. So we're going to get out some chiseled tuff, and we're going to place 2 there and 2 there. And then we're going to fill the rest of this in to right here with pale oak logs, and then connect them so that it's looking like this. And we're actually going to want to replace some of our tough spots with some more pale oak logs. So we're going to come right here and put 3 right here, and then we're going to do the same thing on the other side, and then to this side back here. Now we're going to get some stripped pale oak and pale oak planks, and we're going to come back here 1 off the side, and we're going to go up by 4, and then we're going to come back here and we're going to go up by 4 with our pale oak logs, and then we're going to connect it. And now we're going to come to the front side. We're going to place a temporary one here, and then the one going to the side so that that's like that. And then on this end we're going to place this one more back and then break that one, and then connect all these so that the logs run sideways or horizontal, so that it looks like this. We got 1 block here and we got 2 blocks on this side. We're going to do the same thing for the back side. And now we're switching to deep slate. We need deep slate bricks, chiseled deep slate, and then for slabs we need tiled bricks, cobbled and polished. And then we're going to fill in these spots on both sides with our full blocks. And then we're going to come right here to this brick, and we're going to do a row of mixed slabs. And when you get to this end, we're going to come out 1 past the build. Then come back to this side, and we're going to place a temporary slab underneath this one, and then another slab out, and we can break this one, and then we're going to do another row of mixed slabs. And when you get to the end for this row, we're going to want to place a hopper up here pointing down, So we're just going to build up some temporary blocks and then place the hopper level with the slabs. And then we can remove all these and we have our hopper pointing down. And this is what we should have so far. And the back side is going to be the exact same as the front side. You're going to do the same thing, same pattern and everything, except for the hopper in the corner, where it's just going to be a regular slab. So that it looks something like this. You got the back side and the front side pretty much identical, and the only thing we need to do now is connect them on this side. Then it'll look something like this. Now we're going to come back down in here, excuse me sheep, and we're going to come up right here, and we're going to fill in the ceiling with deep slate bricks. Just this whole thing. Just like this. So it looks like that from the bottom, and then it looks like this from the top. And now we're going to take our pale oak planks and we're going to break this, and we're just going to replace a few of these through here, kind of mix in some planks to break up the pattern a little bit, the color, the texture. And then once you've sprinkled in a few planks, we're going to get our deep slate bricks back out, and we're going to put one of them right here on this side and one on the same spot on the other side. And then we're going to take our stripped logs back out and our planks, and we're going to connect them like this, mixing it up a little bit. And then we're going to take our logs again, and we're going to come right here in the corner of the bricks that we have, and we're going to put 4 more logs. Actually, we'll mix in a few planks with this too, so we don't have to come back and do it later. And it should be looking something like this. And then we'll actually come over here and make these 1 block thicker on each side, so that these are 2 blocks on each one. And now we can connect these all the way around with a mixture of logs and planks too. And now we're going to need to get out some pale oak stairs. And then we're going to come over here, 1 back from this deep slate brick. We're going to place a stair, leave a gap, place another stair. Same thing on this side. Stair that way with the gap in the middle, so that it's looking like this. Then we're going to put a pale oak trapdoor on top of each stair and open it, just like this. And we're going to do that for both sides too. Not in the middle, we're going to put it on the stair. And then we're going to come to the top corner, place a plank and a stair facing this way, like this. And then we're going to skip a block and place a stair facing that way, like that. So that our top looks the same as the bottom, just upside down. And then we're going to place a trapdoor in the middle. And we want to do the same thing on this side. Place our stair, trapdoor in the middle, and our plank on the end. And it should be looking like this on both sides. And then we want to get out some cherry trapdoors, because we're going to fill in this whole section with those. So we'll do that, and we'll come inside. Not right there, start right here. And we want to just bring them all the way across. Except leave a gap where we put our staircases, and we're going to do that for both sides. Place the trapdoors and make sure we're closing them all. And at this point, you should have something that looks like this. And now we're going to get out some birch fence and some birch gates. And we're going to start with the gate right here by the stairs. Place that, and then a fence, then a gate, fence, till you get to the last trapdoor. And then place 1 more fence on top of the last one. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So both sides are looking exactly the same. And now we're going to get out some campfires, and we're going to start right here, and we're going to place them all the way down to the fence, and then put them all out with a shovel, and do the same thing on the other side. All of our campfires, and then put them out. Now get out some pale oak signs, and we're going to place them on these stairs. around the window. We're going to do it on the other side. We're actually going to place signs on all the stairs though, even on the top ones. And we're going to do that for both sides. So we get them there, we'll get them over here. So it's like this on both sides. And now we're going to get back out our birch fence and our birch gate, and we're going to come over here, and we're going to come down next to the top fence post under the campfire, and we're going to place a gate and then another gate on this side. And then we're going to put fences all the way up to the top on these sides. And we're going to do the same on the back, the fences, a gate here, and a gate right here. Now we're going to come to the side and place a gate and a fence in the middle, just like this. And then we're going to do campfires right here and put them all out. And this side should be looking like this now. And now it's time to work on the roof, so we're getting all of our deep slate back out, slabs and bricks. And we're going to start all the way back here on this side, and we're going to do an assorted row of full blocks. And when we get to the end, we're going to come out by one. And then we're going to run a row of assorted slabs down this way, along this side over here, starting at the bottom piece of this brick. So we want to bring them all the way out this way and just mix them up. So it should be your fourth slab, but when you're lined up with those oak logs, pale oak logs, we're going to want to place another full block up here. And then we'll do more slabs. And then we'll slab till we get to the edge of the build. And then we want to do another full block lined up like that. So you got a full block, 4 slabs, full block, 4 slabs. So we're going to do the same thing on this side. It should be looking like this for both sides, just like that. And then we're going to want to come back over here, and we're going to place a slab on this one, and then we're going to come underneath that slab onto the block, and we're going to place another row of slabs. When you get to the middle, we're going to place a full block with a slab on top, and then do the same thing, just keep going, 4 more slabs, and then a full block with a slab on top. And then we're going to go back down to this end once you have it looking like this, and this time we're going to place another full block, and then we're going to place our slabs down underneath that by one. Another full block in the middle, and then 4 more slabs, and then another full block on the end. And then we come back down here and we place a full block with a slab on top, and then another 4 slabs, another block with a slab on top in the middle, and then 4 more slabs, and then another block with a slab on top at the end. Should have it looking like this. Should be 4 rows of slabs going up the roof. And then we're going to want to do 1 more for this side, so we're going to go up 2 blocks, and then 4 more slabs. Full block in the middle, 4 more slabs, and then a full block on the end, and it should be looking like this. Alright, and then we're going to go to the end and place a full block out next to that one, and we're going to do that on both sides. And then we're going to bring this full row all the way across of full blocks. And then we're going to take some deep slate brick walls, and we're going to run them all the way across the top of this. And it should be looking like this. And we're going to do the exact same thing to the other side, except for the very top row of bricks with the walls on top. But the slabs and everything else we're doing over here. So you do the same thing over there, and then both sides should be looking just like this. This is what we should have so far. And with that, we have the overall structure built, so we're going to go back down and start adding some details. We're going to put some polished tough blocks with some pale oak trapdoors facing this way. And then we're going to put some pale oak doors so that we have this looking like this. And now we're going to place a moss block in this corner, and place pale oak trapdoors on these two exposed sides, like this. And then we're going to stick 3 pieces of bamboo in here, like that. Leave one gap at the top. And then we're going to come back up here above the doors, and we're going to place campfires on the bottom half of the top block and put them all out. And then we're going to take a lever, and we're going to come over here next to the bamboo, and we're going to place one there and one right here. And then we're going to put a chain in the middle. And now we're going to take a pale oak stair, and we're going to come and place one all the way at the top of each of our log pillars here. And then we're going to place 2 gates right there above the doors, and then we're going to place and open a gate under each of the stairs we placed. Then we're going to switch to cherry gates and put 4 of those up between those 2 stairs. It should be looking like this. And now we're going to take a lantern, and we're going to hang it right there. Polished tough wall right here in this corner. And we're going to take an armor stand, pop it right there, and put a button right above its head. And we're going to come over here and put scaffolding here and a scaffolding here. And then flower pots in these spots. An armor stand there. Another flower pot right here. Another armor stand on this side, and one more back here. And now we go inside over here, and we're going to place 3 white carpets right here. Oh no, we're going to place 3 white carpets like this. Place 2, skip 1. Put a pink one right there. And then pale oak logs are going to go all the way out to here. Trapdoor on the end, and we'll put a button right there. And then we want another lever. This time we're going to put a lightning rod on top and a few candles using the pink ones. And then we're going to place another scaffolding here and put a pot there. And then we'll do a moss block right here in this back corner. We'll surround it with pale oak trapdoors. We don't need to do the inside side because it's going to be covered up anyway. And then we'll do 2 more levers with a chain in the middle right there. We'll place a flower pot right here. Caddy corner to that. Put a button right there. And then we'll put polished tough walls over each of these armor stands and over this one. And then we'll put a few candles on top of each of those. We're going to come and run a chain all the way down to the ground from the hopper in our roof. And then we're going to put our stairs in on this side. And we need to make sure we put our gates and open them underneath them. That needs to be upside down. Just like that. And now we're going to come to the inside again. We're going to put a tough stair right there, and then we're going to tear out these 4 blocks and put cauldrons down. Now you're going to want to count up 3 and build a row of blocks right here. They need to be stone blocks. They don't have to be tough. I just chose to use tough. And we're going to put dripstone on the bottom of those, and it should be looking like this so far. And we're going to come up here. You're going to break out 2 blocks on top of each of them. Above each of them, not on top. And then we're going to put another row around right here. And that leaves us a gap for lava that we're going to go up to the top side. And now we're going to put lava in here. And then we're quickly going to cover it up with our bricks so that it doesn't burn everything down. And now we have a little AFK lava farm to sell lava buckets to our traders. For this part, don't use blast furnaces, use regular furnaces. I'll come back and fix this in a bit. But everything else stays the same, just furnaces instead of blast furnaces. I grabbed the wrong ones here. And you surround it with iron bars, 1 out. Put a trapdoor with the pot right there. Put a painting right there. We want another one to go right here, but we want it to be small, so we'll put temporary blocks. And then we want one right here like this. And Then we can break these 2 temporary blocks. And we're going to place 2 lightning rods going up right there. And now we're going to place 1 lantern here kind of in the center, and we're going to surround it with black banners. Should be looking like this. We're going to fill banners in up here on this side. We'll put one on that gate. We'll fill in it on this side too. Should be looking something like this. And actually we'll come back here and it won't let me put one right there, but we'll put them here to kind of cover all this stuff up a little bit too. And that's what we should have so far. And that should complete the outside bottom section. Now we just need to work on the inside. So we're going to come in here and we're going to get out our pale oak stairs and we're going to build us a staircase up. And then once your staircase is all the way up, we're going to start filling this in with stripped oak logs, stripped pale oak logs, so that we have a 1 block gap up for our staircase, and that's it. The rest is filled in. And actually we want to come over here and replace this row with stripped pale oak as well. And now that the staircase is up, we can come down here and fix this part. We're going to put some upside down ones under here just to thicken it up a little bit, make it look better, because that already looks a lot better. And now we're going to mix in some polished deep slate and some tuff into the floor. Look a little something like this. And that is our little entrance room. We're going to stick 2 birch fences right here in this corner. And then we're going to pop a lantern up here just to light it up some. And that's our little staircase entryway room. And now that we're up here, we're going to want to put a bed there and a bed right here. And then we're going to run a row of fence around the bed like this. 4 fences up the side. And then we're actually going to come up and fill in around the roof like that. And we can put a lantern on each of these full blocks sticking out. And then we need to put a flower pot here, a flower pot here, fill in our little windows, and then we're going to put purple stained glass above the gates in this window, and then we're going to fill this one in just completely. And then we're going to come over here to this side and we're going to take our pale oak logs and we're going to split this one in 2. And then we're going to fill these spots in with purple stained glass. And now we're going to replace those blast furnaces with furnaces. And now, coming back up top, we're going to take our actual blast furnaces and we're going to put 1 in the corner beside each bed. And then we're going to get our birch fence back out. And we're going to come up, leave a 1 block gap from our last one. So starting right at that top window one, on this first window, and then we're going to bring out a row of fence here too. It's just to make sure that the villagers that go in here are going to stay in here. And then we want to put 1 fence in front of each bed, and then we'll put a gate over here. And then we want to wrap this top one around. It won't let you put a fence there because the trap door, but that should be okay. So it should be looking like this. And then we're going to come over here to this side. We'll go right here. And we're going to place a double chest just to have a little storage to keep any excess stuff to sell stored up here for easy access. We're going to put some spruce trapdoors on each side. And then we're going to run some spruce trapdoors along the staircase just to make it a little safer. And now we get some villagers in here. And then you can just trade with them. And now we got a little outside detail to do, so we're going to put some spruce trapdoors over this window. And we're going to run these birch fences all the way up. And then we'll actually bring the trapdoors out over the top of those. And then we're going to want to fill in these gaps right here with some of our deep slate in the roof. Then we're going to come to the other side and we're going to wrap the roof around. Just, connect them how they are. This side, you're going to have to bring it out 2 blocks and then just bring it around. And it should be looking something like this. When we come back outside for our last couple little things, we're going to put a lantern in here and a lantern in here. Get some moss blocks back out. Put a few right there. Wrap this in trapdoors. We're going to put some bamboo here. We'll skip a block or 2 and put some more bamboo right here. And now we're going to go pop some flowers in all of the flower pots and leave a little cherry blossoms on the ground. Just to add a little extra detail to the outside. Make sure we get everything flowered up, and it should be looking something like this. This is your completed build. Do a little fly around. This is how everything should be looking on the outside. Feel free to pause the video and check and make sure everything is looking okay. And then we've got the inside stairway that goes up into where we have our villagers, our storage chest, villagers with beds, workstations, and nowhere to go. And then one last finishing touch we're going to do is we're going to tear out some of these banners and we're going to replace them with black and pink armor banners. And do the same thing on this side. Break out all these. Armor. Actually, we can put back the black banners on each side of this one. And that is the completed armor shop build with all of the shops you need. For the iron farm and for a coal farm, I will leave the link to those videos in the description because they're going to have to be built far away from the villager shopping village. So, the coal farm is a wither farm. That's going to have to be built in the nether, and an iron farm with villagers needs to be at least 100 blocks from anywhere else with villagers. And that's going to be it for this video. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found this little shop useful. Hope you liked the design. Hope you go like, subscribe, and leave me a comment to let me know what you think. Also hope you have a great day. Hope I'll see you in the next one.